Hey, what's up guys? Another beer review. Today we're talking about Guinness Draught. Yes, this is in the can. I've reviewed this in the bottle and it's different. In that video I mentioned that I wanted to review it in the can because the can has the Widget technology, and there's much better videos and more knowledgeable people to tell you about this stuff. But here's the gist. Here's the nitty-gritty. The cans have what's called a widget, and it's basically a ball with nitrogen gas in there. All right, and when you open the can, it charges or shoots this nitrogen. It's like a shot of nitrogen that shoots into the beer, which basically gives you the same exact effect as if you're pouring it from tap. It's really, really cool. It's very innovative. No other beer has this. And basically, you're able to pour the perfect pour, just like as if you got it on tap. And it does make a difference. It really, really does. What's really cool about the Guinness is that it does use the nitrogen gas as opposed to a lot of beer which uses CO2. So the bubbles themselves are much, much smaller. That's why when you pour a Guinness, you have this thick, creamy head, almost like shaving cream or whipped cream, and it lasts the entire glass of beer. It sticks around, it stays there forever, and it's really cool. So we're going to see this. The process is fun, it's awesome. And then I'm also going to cut the can open once it's empty. I'm actually going to try it in the glass. I'm also going to try some in the can because I'm using a beer stein. I would love to have an official Guinness glass and a specific beer snifter glass. I don't have that. Until I do, I got the mug or American pint glass. So anyway, I'm going to crack this open. What you're going to hear is you're going to hear the tss of the can opening, and then you're going to hear the widget. It's going to be a separate, almost like a gurgly bubble noise. Oh, you'll hear it. I'm not going to imitate it. But that's the nitrogen shooting into the beer, charging the beer. All right, then we're going to do, of course, the 45-degree pour. Nice and simple. Straighten the glass out. And then you're going to see the beer cascade and all the bubbles kind of settle. And then it'll slowly show the darker, it's not actually black. It's a very, very deep ruby red, but it appears to be black. So anyway, let's get this... the show on the road, get this going. So here we go. So listen for it. First you hear the can, then you'll hear like a very distinctive gurgly bubble noise, all right? Very unique, all right? Nice simple pour. I'm also going to try this, like I said, out of the can to see the difference. All right, so it looks like the whole thing is just head. It's like, oh my god, what did I do? But all those bubbles, you see, it almost looks like it's falling. That's the appearance of it, but it's not. The bubbles are actually rising and the beer is forming. So it's three different colors. We got the really dark color on the bottom, then that very rich, deep kind of khaki brown color, and then of course the head, which is a slight off-white. All right, take some time. Guinness is an experience. It's not something you're in a rush to do. So you gotta, you wait for it. It's worth the wait. Just kind of setting itself up. Almost there. No rush on this. And there you go. Alright, so that's Guinness in the mug. First I'm going to try it out of the can. Because I have had it out of the can, but not directly from the can. I've had it from the can into a glass of some sort. Alright, so in the can I have about yay much left. By the way, Guinness is believe it or not, Guinness Draught is one of the lower calorie beers. The can says 125 calories. A lot of other beers, anywhere from 140 to like 300 plus. I had I'll probably get a butcher this, but the Draught Belgian beer. I'm going to do a review on that. 10.5% ABV, by the way. Wow. That was like 310 calories. So anyway, so here we go. Here's it out of the can. Same experience from the mug. No real difference directly from the can or the mug. So just going to finish this off so I can cut this open and show you the widget. I'm going to use a pair of shears. What do you think? I was going to use a knife on a can? I don't think so. Alright. So, let's do backwards. Alright, so in the can, we see, whoop, a surprise. There's a ball in there. So there you go. There is the widget. And it is a plastic ball. And you can see probably there's a tiny little hole. Anyway, I don't know if it's the introduction of air into the can or if it's actually connected to the top where it gets pierced. Excuse me, I'm not exactly sure on that. But when you crack it open, this is compressed or filled with the nitrogen gas. Shoots it straight in, and there you go, charges your beer. So that's the widget and how that works. By the way, 4.2, what am I talking about? 4.2% ABV on Guinness. So believe it or not, even though it's a very rich, hearty beer, it is not extremely alcoholic. In fact, it's a little bit less than some of the standard, Budweiser, Coors, stuff like that. So anyway, onto the mug. That rich, creamy head. Absolutely wonderful. And a very, very deep color. It looks black. It's not. If you look around the edges, it's a really deep red color. It's such an experience. It's so different than any other beer. I taste mostly roasted malts, really dark chocolate, really, really dark, deep coffee flavor. It's delicious. It is really unique. It's a one-of-a-kind thing. It's very popular for a reason. A lot of people like it for a specific reason. I do find, though, no matter how I pour this out of a can or a bottle, I don't quite get the exact same carbonation that I do on tap. On tap, perfect. Poured by a proper bartender, it's wonderful. When I'm pouring this myself, I may be doing something wrong, but it's a little bit. It's more of a flatter beer. It's definitely not over carbonated. It's not really bubbly. It's low on the carbonation. But anyway, absolutely wonderful beer. You see that head? It sticks around to the last sip. So you'll keep drinking this, and you'll still have that nice one-finger head, creamy, off-white color. Absolutely beautiful. So that's Guinness. St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and I'm going to be enjoying some Guinness on St. Patrick's Day. Nothing more Irish in ways of beer. Of course, there's other Irish ales and different types of beer, but Guinness is probably the most known of all of them, at least the most popular. Look at that. The mug is completely coated. And the reason for it, again, is the bubbles are so incredibly small that it creates this fluffy structure that's able to hold itself. Absolutely amazing. You'll never see a beer do that. But anyway, Guinness Draught. I like it. It's a very straightforward thing. It's available everywhere. Unfortunately, it's a little more expensive. About 10 bucks or so for a 4-pack of cans. Now these cans are 14.9 ounces. All right, it's not a normal can. It's obviously a little bit taller, but 4-pack of them. So anyway, pretty much it for this review. Alrighty, I'm gonna go before another one comes up. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. If you want more information about this, please watch a beer experts video or read a review, or refer to the other Guinness review that I've done. I don't know, again, the order of how I'm uploading these things, but give a little bit more information, I think, on the Guinness Draught bottle. By the way, one other thing, if you guys note, for the Americans, Draught is spelled the English way, D-R-A-U-G-H-T, as opposed to D-R-A-F-T. So it's funny, when I first went, I was looking for this, and I was asking for Guinness Draught. And they're like, you mean draft? I'm like, nah, I think it's called Draught. Nah, American. What can I say? Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care.